Welcome back to Marketing Champions. I'm Howard Wolpoff, your host. Again, this is brought to you by Teal, the agency. And today we're going to talk marketing with Chris Perkins from Model B. And Chris, welcome to our conversation today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we appreciate you being here because you have a vast knowledge of marketing with the agency that you are working and the type of clients you're working with. So why don't you share with us what are some of the biggest challenges that companies are having when it comes to addressing their marketing needs?
Well, today's biggest challenge for any of our clients is the market uncertainty between the stuff going on in Washington, D.C. from the current administration and global uncertainty in the economy. Everybody's stopping and thinking twice about every action they take so that they're really sure that whatever they do is going to make a big difference for their business.
That really is a concern because this is not the usual business operation that these companies have been dealing with, and it's really uncharted territory in many different ways. So it obviously makes it a little more challenging for you to make sure you're helping guide them to some decisions that might be very different than what they've been implementing in the recent past.
Well, in most cases, we're helping them fortify their core and really get what they, the essential things that they do for their customer base. Reinforce those relationships in very positive and committed ways, and then make sure the entire organization's working towards the same common set of goals. That alone, that works in any economy, so we know that that's the way to go. And then beyond that, we're obviously thinking about the opportunistic ways to support them as well. But supporting the core is the essential thing.
And it's very key to make sure that that core is solid throughout, and it's good that you have a focus on that. Now, with some of the other implementations that you have, obviously we keep hearing about AI and different ways that people are utilizing AI. Are there ways that you're utilizing AI to strengthen the messaging for your clients?
Yeah, I mean, we use AI for everything from our research to data analysis to visual manipulation to even trained digital twins to model the basic fundamentals that we often support clients with so that we can scale our thinking and our process in the most efficient way, and supporting them and doing the same. In many cases, they have repeatable processes as well, and supporting them and installing the right tools in the right place at the right time with really careful commitments, because one of the big problems with AI tools is that if you use them the way you used to use non-AI tools, you'll almost always be disappointed. Instead, you have to build around the strength of the tool from a process perspective, and helping clients think about that and do that is something that we're very careful to guide them on.
Now, looking back 3-4 years ago, no one really was, or they were just starting to talk about using TikTok as a marketing platform. Now, with today and moving forward, are there newer platforms and opportunities that companies should start to be looking at to help getting their marketing message out there?
Well, TikTok still has its place, but we're supporting clients in Discord, in Substack, in Quora, Reddit, anywhere that the right folks are is really where we go. And we use very careful assessment tools to make sure that where we go is going to have the highest value or the right value. And so that's the key. It's less about what's the shiny object and more about how do you continually assess the value proposition of your channel mix, your creative mix, from an ad set perspective, and then your targeting by a segment. Those things drive all our channel decisions, and frankly, everybody should be thinking that way, in our opinion.
Well, it's always good to have that strategic look in everything that you're doing and have the right game plan to make sure you're implementing properly. So, Chris, we thank you so much for joining us and sharing all this great insight with us today.
Thanks, Howard.
And thank you all for joining us as well, really having that right plan and having the right implementations, whether things are normal and everything's fine, or things are abnormal and the challenges that we may be having in our economy that throw a curve at us. So having that right focus, having that right discipline, and keeping a level head throughout it all is very important, and hopefully it makes you get on very smoothly to the next step. But thank you for joining us today. Go out, have a great rest of today, and we'll see you next time.